Hello dear students, welcome in this online session. I hope you are fit and fine and I hope you are doing well at your home. So this is part number 2. As we have already discussed in the part number 1 about the world after 1945, as you can see the board is mentioning the title topic lesson number 6, 9th standard SS, the world after 1945. So we have already discussed the most prominent topics of this lesson and now we are going to discuss the remaining part of this chapter. Page number 41, if you are focusing, then now you can see that easily it is showing you the partition and the unification of Germany. Now participation and we can say partition and the unification of Germany, it means that Germany was the main cause of both the wars. Germany was the root cause of both the wars, like this also you can say. Apart from that, we can say that Germany was the main cause of the war in the humiliating defeat in the World War II. All its administration power and lots of kinds of economy collapsed. And there was not a single large party left in the whole Germany that could withstand with the other nation. And in the additional, if I talk about, then we can say, far away from there, fear of the German people was actually in them because of the war. As they have faced the war, they have actually mentioned themselves, their lives in the war. So the fear of the German people were not still going till now also. So therefore the Soviet Red Army in the later past of the war had captured the eastern part of the Germany, and Germany was divided into pieces and pieces. Therefore it was accepted from the eastern Germany that would remain in the control of the Red armies and all Soviet Red armies. And laterly we can say France would also control its area near the France, means in the boundaries of France where the Germans are having their areas, that will be given to the France. And laterly Britain would control the area of Germany bordering the Belgium and Holland. So bordering means the Belgium and Holland, most of the prominent part were given to the Britain. So this is what we can say Germany was facing the lots of kinds of problem. Now the theory is not ending till here only. America was also there. So America, France, Britain started thinking about certain alternative arrangement to rule over the Germany, and meanwhile an atmosphere of disturbance, distrust, doubt, federal republication started there. So Germany started federal republication. It means that this was the administration which was actually jointly managed or jointly attached by America as well as the other countries too here. So on the other side, Soviet Union also declared the war against the Germany and all in the ancient time. So now Soviet Union was also about to capture it. So therefore East Germany they captured, and as a democratic republic of East Germany they also established a party. So we can say on the other side Soviet Union was also actually declaring some kinds of rules and regulation over the Germany. Thus after the war, two independent, we can say generally two independent German states were organized. Now see, one thing is pretty sure and common, that whenever you are actually winning any battle, or whenever you are actually trying to go in any kind of battle, then it's obvious that if you win you'll get lots of things, and if you lose lots of things. So that is how we need to understand. So this is actually a result of tremendous tension between the Soviet Union as well as the Western countries, where we can say later on a height of 42-kilometer long wall was separatingly built up from the wall we can say, which was actually constructed to control the people going from here and there, means from one border to the another border. So 42-kilometer of separating wall was made western, and the eastern Berlin was divided, now constructed, and that's how we can say communist government tried to prevent thousands of Eastern German citizens to jumping from the wall, entering into the free atmosphere of the Western Germany, but many people lost their life also. It means that one side the German people were living very free, one side the German people were actually controlled in the hand of the other conspiracies. Many people at that time lost their lives. So if you talk about after 4.5 decades, it means like 40-45 years, generally there was no remark able to change the economical condition of Germany, as well as the East Germany was actually somehow internally deteriorated. So East Germany actually followed the communist government, crushed all the hopes of the people for the political or freedom, and also they generally rapid economical development was also not about to be seen from a far distance. So that is how we can say till the 1990, till the 1990, the date of say till 1990, you must remember this date. Till 1990, many important far-fetching decisions were taken, changes were taking place in the international politics. Owing to the many reasons, the Cold War among the superpower also ended. Owing to the many reasons means now to start a new conspiracies, to start a new kind of rules and regulations, we can say, people and German people as well as the other leaders were needing some kinds of different strategies. They were trying to go on the different scale of method, and that is how it shows that Germany was about to be going on a new era. So after the 1990, they have actually made tremendous effort to be strong enough economically, nation-wise in the last decades, and today it has also become the good importing and exporting nation as well as leading nation in the European countries. But German faced problem in the ancient time. Now see, it is not it is not the end. Then we can say that Soviet Union also disintegrated internally. Now what was the condition that we need to go with that? Soviet Union, it means that last during the decade of the 20th century, almost 20th century, Soviet Union Prime Minister Mikhail Gorbachev, his liberal policies led to disintegrate the Soviet Union. Means Russia was disintegrated from internally. Peaceful and we can say disintegration of the Soviet Union is considered as the epoch-making international politics also. Mikhail Gorbachev became the Prime Minister of the first Socialist Party, and you can say he took oath on 11th March 1989. Latterly, he had a liberal attitude toward Russia and progressed. Russia also became very tremendous. So in the field of science, in the field of technology, they had acquired almost all the kinds of heights and capabilities. So we can say they actually were now about to compete with the nations like America, because they were having all the kinds of good effect of the life. Now Gorbachev also adopted the two policies, that is glasnost policies and the Petrosky policies. Now what is the meaning of glasnost policy? As well, we can say Perestroika policies. Dekho, in these policies, one side we can say people are helped out, and one side development is also progressed out. It means Gorbachev introduced economical and political reforms in the places of the one single government, and therefore we can say single-handed Communist Party was somehow it was about to be boycotted, because now we were needing any kind of a party which can be ruling for the people, by the people, to the people. So the stronghold Communist Party, as well as I said you that 1990s, 1999 and all the kinds of dates are playing a very important role in the ancient history of the war and warfare. So we can say that Gorbachev accepted the policy of the glasnost and the Perestroika policies, as I said you. So the stronghold of the Communist Party, or you can say the Soviet bureaucracy and the Red Army, started weakening now. They were starting weakening because there was now in the Russia only one party was going on. In the 1990s, again the same date is coming, in the 1990s, the process of disintegration of Soviet Union began, as I said you, until the December ending. It means that towards the end of 15th states, 14 states became 15 to 14 states became independent, and disintegration of Soviet Union came to an end, as December 1991 proved a very positive vibe over this kinds of disintegration of the Russia and internal Communist Party too. So we need to understand, my dear student, that whenever any country is disintegrated internally, or whenever any country is divided internally, it is not good enough for them. It is not good enough. So we need to understand them. United we all stand, and divided we all fall. So government if is one, obviously we will be also making our sense of belief only one. Now next comes the India's contribution in the international trade. How India contributed. Okay, this is the next topic. Let's write here, that is India's, we'll write here contribution. Now which kind of thing India contributed, that you know generally, okay, but we'll discuss here in the detail form. Contribution at the international level. India contributed on the international level. So contribution is a kind of a giving something best to the country, okay, or giving something positive to the country. So India has actually contributed significantly at the international level during the freedom struggle, independence struggle. India has always opposed imperialism. India has always opposed evil customs. India has always opposed, that is, colonialisms and all. So therefore the formation of United Nations actively involving in the activities of India as well. India has played an important role by sending up the military power to the United Nations, and although it was not a part of warfare treaty, then also India was actually maintaining the good international peace and security as well as brotherhoodship also. So India worked very appreciably by sending military troops to the countries when they were help needing, like Gaza, Cyprus, Congo, Sri Lanka, all the Asian countries and all. And that is how we can say in the issue of taking leadership and all for the peace and presenting proposal, India always came forward, and always India has always supported non-alignment movement. India has always supported non-armament, or we can say disarmament treaty. It means that India is ready, was ready, will be ready for the peace purpose. India will be always a peace messenger. So that is what thing we are trying to understand here. Now India has always propagated, as you can see, that the contribution of the India has propagated in the countries and contribution like peace and peace security. Okay, so therefore India's relation with the other countries are also very good enough. So we'll understand, okay, what is the relation of India with the other countries. So see, India remaining with the other countries and the countries supporting India are having list of the countries, like we are having list of the countries because we have the good enough in the behavior, and we also follow Vasudev Kutumbakam, whole world is our family. So therefore both the India and United States democracy begin to work together. Now relation with the other countries, we'll study the second topic, that is India's relation, that is India's relation with other countries. Okay, so India's relation with the other country means that United States did not like India's role to not of joining the we can say power blocks, but then also accepting non-alignment policy after the independence. Furthermore, they hoped that India would join them, but India did not join them because India was always on the side of non-alignment movement. So for the economic growth, slowly they got all the interest from the Indian market and Indian people, and they supported, somehow at that time they were supporting India, but not that much. So the US policy of the favoring Pakistan came forward. They supported Pakistan in the case of Jammu and Kashmir, where Pakistan regarding nuclear weapon have become one of the most important factor that we need to understand. So laterly we can say that India was actually at the level where US was not supporting, so they supported Pakistan, and in the term of Jammu and Kashmir, Pakistan had also joined US, leading the power of military blocs. As the India had adopted policy of non-alignment, so treaty regarding the nuclear weapon have become one of the most important point in the disagreeing, or we can say disagreement between India and United States. It means that United States was telling that we will be following the treaty of alignment and the treaty of emerging bombs and weapons, lethal weapons and all. India said we will support you, but we will not support you in the term of killing weapons. So America did not make friendship with India, but in the case Pakistan said that we will support you, we will give you all the kind of army groups, we will give you the bombs and all. So that was the condition, like negative thought people were meeting together, and India was on the positive, so India was left behind somewhere else. United States persisted India should sign the nuclear non-proliferation treaty and comprehensive treaty ban also. So United States said that India should sign a treaty in which India should not test any nuclear weapon. India should not make any nuclear weapon. So they imposed this rule on the India, but India, breaking the rule of America, tested the first nuclear bomb in the Pokhran, Rajasthan in 1998, and it was taken very seriously, and certain sanctions were also done to impose India. US aided financially and technically also. So now US was actually knowing that Indian people are quite different, they are quite dangerous also with their technical belief and all, but by nature they are very helpful and they will not cheat us. So there was a remarkable change in the relation between both the countries, and terrorist attack of the New York World Trade Center on September 11, 2011 Meanwhile, one side India was not having good relationship with the US and all. One side Pakistan was supporting US, US was supporting Pakistan. Laterly, Pakistan actually, according to a norms and condition, attacked on America, and America lose the trust over Pakistan, and now America is a good friend of India. So the war which happened over the World Trade Center in 2001, September 11, the United States is now accepting the fact that India is actually growing commercially, economically very fast, and we should support India. So in the September 2014-15, Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi visited America and even addressed the United Nations as his friend. So American President Barack Obama, Mr. Respected Barack Obama as well as respected Shri Narendra Modi met together with a very chief meeting and all, and they made the 66th Republic Day also. About Mr. Obama came in India and he also made his 66th Republic Day, India's 66th Republic Day, to celebrate in India only, and he was actually represented very good with the Indian customs and with the positive vibes. So therefore we can say India was now having a good relation with America and the other countries. So in this way, Indian American relationship started to build up very commercially, very friendly and very familiarly also. So the issue of terrorism and concerned heads of the countries went away from India, and now we are trying to make more better relationship with the United Nations and all. So this is the story, this is the not kind of a story, but this is the fact which we are actually trying to understand, that why India was supporting non-alignment movement, why India was not supporting the nuclear treaty. Now see, Indian-Pakistan relation, you know, basically since 1940 to 1996 and 1971, the Pakistan was defeated by India and all. LOC Kargil War, 1999 Kargil War also between India and Pakistan took place. So fortunately we can say heads of both the countries have expressed eagerness to resolve all the issues peacefully and negotiationally. Today Pakistan is also a kind of a, not that much, but a kind of a neighbor, and we should support them, they should support us. If they don't send any kind of terrorism here, we will also not send any kind of army group there. So it's a simple calculation. If you don't hurt anyone, you are not gonna hurt by them. Okay, if you live with a friendly relationship, obviously you are going to get the good fruits of the time. So that's how India with the Pakistan. Next comes the India with the China. As you know that India and China relationship started in 1954. India-China started a relationship with the 1954 with the boundaries collapsing map also, and after that we can say the McMahon border also showing the border region with China, but China attacked India in 1962 and captured some of our lands. Therefore China is also not having good relationship with India right now. They're trying to maintain the relationship good with India, but it is not going for a longer lasting period. Okay, apart from that we can say India and Bangladesh got freedom from the many struggles, and also in the year 1917 Bangladesh became independent, sovereign, secular country, where we can say earlier it was a part of Pakistan, and that's why today it is known as East Pakistan. Now, as a new upcoming country, India helped Bangladesh financially since from the ancient time. We helped Bangladesh financially. Not only financially, we also helped them with the army group, with the material group and all. So we can say that there was some kinds of conflicts, but Bangladesh financially improved well by the help of India, and technically, physically by giving equipment, India was always ready to help the Bangladesh. But there are some issues which have risen between India and Bangladesh, and the utilization of the water of river Ganga is properly, we can say Ganga, and it is actually proper channelizing thing which is coming to India, and it is also done with the negotiation talks and all, that you should give us the water, that you know in water banning and all. And during the flood, cyclone, natural calamities, India is always ready to help Bangladesh. Even in 2015, concrete talks, there was a concrete talks haven't taken place with the matters of disposal of the geographical and regional citizenship of the people of India also. Therefore we can say India is actually trying always to be polite, be humble, and be friendly with every people. But if the people are not understanding that thing, that is their own fault. So that is how we can say that we should always understand that the condition and the coincidences are changing only when the people are trying to change them. Now India and Bhutan had been signing the both very good relationships since from the 1949, as well as Bhutan has trustfully signed the Treaty of India, where Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru also visited Bhutan in the year 1958, and then thereafter President also visited Bhutan in 1970, and laterly we can say Bhutan was also visited by Sri Narendra Modi in 2014. So we can say we are having a very securely, very healthy, very good we can say relationship with the Bhutan also. and the Nepal also, Sri Lanka also, Afghanistan and India and Myanmar also. So these are some details and the factors relating to this lesson. I hope you understood the lesson. If you have any kind of queries and doubt, you can read once again the lesson, and also you can see this lecture again and again, or you can go on the repeated mode also. So I have just given the names of the countries. You can read the paragraph. It is not that much kind of a heavy thing that needed to be explained, so you can go with by your own and you can get the information. And one more thing, India and India's government, India's policy of the we can say mutual understanding, brotherhoodship, helping nature is working so powerfully that in most of the countries are allowing India without any kind of visa also. We don't need any visa to go in some of the countries, because they are thinking that Indian people are trustable people, Indian people are helpful people, and they are very much good in the relationship also, as well as friendship too here. So this lecture was till here only, and chalo, we'll meet you in some new fresh lesson. This is the end of the part 2, lesson number 6, world after 1945, SS 9th standard. I hope you learned lots of examples from this. See you in the other lecture. Till then, you can take care. Jai Hind.